Hello guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the Twilight Zone episode, Eye of the Beholder. So, this episode is like many things we've already seen before, especially in 2024, where we're talking about looks and how people, want you to kind of subscribe to a particular kind of look and like beauty standards and what's considered to be beautiful by society, right? And in this episode, what's considered to be beautiful is what we would even today deem to be quite ugly, having a pig face. And they're saying to somebody in the show that's conventionally attractive that it's proper to do surgery to have a pig face, that she should get on the table and do surgery to have a pig face like everybody else. Now, there's a book called The Uglies that kind of covers this topic, a dystopian series that I believe is going to eventually be adapted, but we'll see. I'll update you on that as I hear news about The Uglies. But the funny thing I find about this episode, it's very deep. It's very deep about, talking about beauty standards and what we subscribe to or are encouraged to subscribe to based on the people around us and based on what is deemed to be the standard. But the funny thing about it is the irony in this episode that I can't help but speak about is that, we're still using like what was deemed, and I think is still deemed to be conventionally attractive people to showcase something being subverted. But what I'm trying to say is the same thing that's being subverted is on the inverse the same thing that we're trying to criticize. The conventionally attractive beauty is what we also want everybody to look like, but in this episode people are forcing you to look like what the new convention is, the pig. The inverse today is happening, right? With plastic surgery, we have people trying to look all the same. Those conventionally attractive features, butt buckle fat removal, lip fillers, etc., etc., etc. And I find it ironic because even with the conventionally attractive person, if the episode decided to inverse it and have the pigs try to look like the conventionally attractive people, would we not pity the pigs for trying to be something they cannot be? It's like the term putting lipstick on a pig, right? Like it's supposed to be ridiculous. Put it as an inverse. Put it as those doctors that were pigs in that episode as the conventionally attractive beauty and the conventionally attractive human beings trying to make the pigs look like them. You pity the pig. Could you tell the pig, you could never be me? You could never be me, you could never look like me, right? So, but what I'm saying is that ultimately, it's critiquing, like this beautiful person not wanting to look like an ugly pig because they're beautiful. It would scare you. Why would I want to look like a pig? Why would I want to look like a pig? I don't want to be ugly. I don't want to be ugly. My interpretation of this episode is that basically either way you look at it, being scared to be ugly or being pressured into being pretty because you're deemed to be ugly, both are bad. So ultimately, I feel like when we try and critique beauty standards or we try and critique, conventional attractiveness, we always fail because all human beings are attracted to the beautiful. So ultimately, what ends up happening is, if you're being realistic with yourself, you pity the ugly and you'll praise the beauty, which is why the conventionally attractive character is so terrified in this episode that they're trying to make her become a pig. We're scared too, because we don't want to look like pigs either, because we're human beings. Do you know what I mean? Like it's either way you look at it, what I'm trying to say is that while the show is trying to critique, convention and trying to pressure people into being something that they don't want to be, or trying to make people fit in, right? It's critiquing trying to fit in. It fails because it's using something that we can't all help but try and strive for, because we all seek beauty in architecture, in people, in nature, So I feel like it's a topic that I've never seen be done well because I kind of think it's impossible. It's really hard to critique beauty standards or preferences when we all seek beauty in some way, form, or in some shape or form. So that's my analysis. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and if you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.